Namaste, Akshay. Okay. Okay, one clarification. That day, what you understood. Okay, first, Shanti Mantra. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Vang me manasi pratisthita mano me vachi pratishtitam avir maedhi Vedasya ma'ani stha srutam me ma prahasirani nadite nahoratran sandadhami ritam vadishyami satyam vadishyami tanmamavatu tadvaktaramavatu avatu mam avatu vaktaramavatu vaktaram. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. So we are studying Panchadashi. As we know, 15 chapters. That's why it is Panchadashi. And my friend now has raised a very nice question. The question is, no, so before that, what is this chapter? Because in between we need to remind ourselves. Otherwise, no, I'm not recapitulating. No. Not recapitulating. Reminding. What reminding? What we are studying. This is called Chitradeep. Chitradeep means, Chitra means picture. And picture we are to see in such a way that it should enlighten us. So Chitradeep. So this chapter will show us how seeing a picture in proper way will see what we really are. So my friend now, he said that logic cannot prove anything. Exactly so. Logic helps us to negate logic. And by that, what remains? That which cannot be seen, yattat adriksham, that cannot be seen, that cannot be heard. And we are now trying to see that which cannot be seen, which cannot be heard, which cannot be touched. Why? Because that is our real nature. So it is perfectly okay that logic cannot help us to reach. What it can help, that what it is not, that it can indicate. If that is indicated, so it is done. Example. I give this example very many times. We stand in front of a mirror and we see a person there in mirror. And we don't shave there, we shave here. What does it mean? We need a help, logic. We need logic as help, but to reach correct place. So this is very important. We understand where mind and speech cannot reach. How can logic reach there? But logic helps us to depict and to show us that whatever we are seeing, that is not reality. So that assures what is happening now. Whatever is not real, we think it is real. Whatever is ashuchi, ashuchi means whatever is unclean, we think it is clean. Like all the pores of our body smells and bad smell. But somehow we think that it is not bad. Anitya ashuchi, and whatever is impermanent, we think it is permanent. This confusion is to be removed. And what is the cause of this confusion? The cause of confusion is ignorance. Ignorance. If the cause is ignorance, what is solution? It is knowledge. If I don't know something, what is the solution? I have to know it. But this knowledge cannot be reached by logic. But logic helps to show what it is not. And we have a great help to us. What is that help? That help is our scriptures. Shabda Praman. And not only scripture, it is corroborated by our gurus. It's not simple thing. The scriptures we cannot understand until or unless we are blessed by our teachers. That is why we have great help with us. So that's why we need to Shruti, hear first. And many times. And in those trial and tribulation, trial and error, one time it will shine, and that shine will never leave you. That is the help. The help is Shruti, Yukti, Anubhuti. First, we have to hear what our scriptures have said time and again. And then we have to cogitate logically so that no ignorance can stand there, no darkness can stand there. Relentless logic, but robust knowledge, robust logic. It is not futile that way. It is to negate what it is not. Now, the question will come, how can you negate what it is not? The problem here, it is not a snake. It is not water. This we are to be convinced. This world, though it is so attractive, it promises a lot. But this logic will help us to show that this world is only seeming, only on the surface. Therefore, it will help, this logic will help us to dive deep. That is the help. Okay, with this introduction, let us go forward. So we have discussed about various ideas of, say, Godhead, and there are some opinions, but let us come back to our the main theme, that means the self. Gods and goddesses. One thing I want to clear clarify, Akshay. You asked, is there no divinities, no deities, no devas? As Sri Ramakrishna said, Kholeri Maj, Majheri Khol. That means if you see a banana tree, what do you see? There is pith and there is outer covering. So outer covering gradually goes to the inner covering. And inner covering is outer covering. So Kholeri Maj, Majheri Khol. So yesterday I gave you example of you. Let alone the avatar. First you. Are you a physical being? You'll try and understand. No, I am not only physical. I have some physical trait. But more I am mental. You may think that you see through your eyes. You hear through your ears. But if you cogitate, if you understand, try to understand, then you'll understand that actually this is only entrance. But you see, hear, touch, taste, and smell within the avenues that is within you. That means through your mind. So apparently we are physical being. But think this way, even the perception of this body, perception of this mind is mental. That is why when doctor give you anesthesia, you won't feel that you have a body. When you are sleeping, you don't feel that you have a body. When you in deep sleep, you don't feel that you have a body. You can argue, maybe I'm not feeling, but body is there. That is also your thought. So apparently we are physical being. But if you consider, gradually you'll understand, you are not physical. You are mental being. But this is only first step. But you are not mental being also. If you dive deep, you'll understand mind is also not permanent. It keeps on changing. So what is that on which your mind stands? So even when we think that we are physical being, we are not physical, nor we are mental. We are spiritual being all the time. Very difficult to digest, I understand. But this is the reality. Does it mean that I don't see you, Akshay? I see. But this only outer covering. That also is only image. I see. You are sitting in India and it is day there, whereas it is evening here. So think about it. And let alone avatar, incarnations of God. What they feel, what they so-called suffering. Actually, we also don't suffer. Somehow we have that notion that we suffer. And that is what we need to remove. You see, this logic helps. So first we think, see, I am a physical body. But actually what is happening? The psychosomatic, this is giving me that understanding. Gradually you'll understand you are not physical. You are mental. Most of The time, that artists or poets or some evolved people, they think they are mental being. But if you consider further, gradually and gradually, you'll understand you are the spirit, you are the soul, self. And all these are being carried away by you. So if this is the case for you, now um, think of ordinary people. So they also see. And for them, Akshay is concrete. But for you, gradually you'll understand you are not that concrete, you are mental being. But you don't disappear. So whatever physical trait, it may appear like that, but as you grow older or grow wiser, gradually you understand that what you thought that is not you. Is it understandable?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, now actually this is our topic also. So this is our topic. What is this? We feel what we are not, and we don't feel what we are really are. This is great confusion. This is called Maya. Atasmin tadbuddhi, or as what we are not. So that is why we need to know. Need to know means what we are not. And then will dawn unto us what we are. So we'll go to 122nd. Little, this is now after that. Because from there it starts. And we'll go quickly, no doubt. The 22nd. Tattva nishchaya kamena न्यायगम अविचारिणाम. Okay. तत्व निश्चय कामेन न्याय आगम विचारिणाम एकैव प्रतिपत्तिः स्यात् साप्यत्र स्फुटम उच्यते. So translation is, those who are desirous of ascertaining the real truth study the Shruti and logic. So Shruti and logic. Shruti Yukti. Then comes Anubhuti. And Anubhuti does not come with logic, but it comes automatically. I'll give example. So let me tell you a joke. Okay. It's a simple joke. I was in Australia and New Zealand. So they are rivals. Here also maybe two provinces may be rivals. So always they'll pull others' leg. So one Australian, one New Zealander went to a heaven after death. So God was judging them, said, "You Australian, you have committed this mistake. And you New Zealander, you also committed this mistake. So you'll be punished." So said, "Yes, sir. But I'll give you a protection also." So 100 flaggings. That flaggings, 100. So the New Zealander first. So he said, "Okay, I'll take a protection, a pillow." So he said, "Okay, granted." It's 100 flaggings. So he got less. Now came the turn of Australian. So he said, yes, I'll take a protection. Please tie the New Zealander on my back. Okay, so so all our jokes have fun line. See, something which is not told but expressed. You can imagine how New Zealander. So that's not written there, not said. But with our experience, we understand, 100 flaggings. And because Australian wanted the New Zealander to be tied on his back, so poor man. So this is the trick. Trick means we say something, but we indicate something a little different. That we experience because of our previous understanding. So this is one, say, words have got direct meaning and indicated meaning, implied meaning. So this is implied meaning, by which the scripture also will say, though it has no eyes, but he sees. Though it has no ears, but it hears. Actually, because of this, hearing is possible. Because of this, seeing is possible. So this is the trick, because there is no other way to talk. And that is why we are to take the scriptures. So what it says, those who are desirous of ascertaining the real truth study the Shruti and logic. Their conclusion is the same, logic also and Shruti. Rather, logic helps us to understand Shruti. You see, like this is logic. Though it has no eyes, it sees. Though it has no ears, but it hears. This is logic. Though you cannot say logically, how it is possible. This is illogical. No. Something is being said, that we have to understand. That is logic. Now comes Mayam tu Prakritim Vidyan Mainam tu Maheshwaram. So who is this Maya? And who is the Mai? That means possessor of Maya. Shruti says Maya is Prakriti. Prakriti means the system. Prakriti means system, whatever is there. It's like this. Who is the government? No one is government, but actually government is present. Can you show me government? No. You can show a department, maybe a in charge, but still the government is there. So, and system works very well. Okay, I ask, if you go to a bank, who is the owner of the bank? Or who is the bank? Is the teller bank? No. Is the manager bank? No. Okay, come down. In car, no part of the car is a car. But when it is all together, then it is called a car. Then it functions. So this functioning, what it is, you cannot indicate. But practically it is usable. So one is Maya and one is Mai. The Shruti says Maya is Prakriti. Prakriti means nature. Nature means the inherent system and the material cause of the universe. And the Lord of Maya is the great Ishvara. Even, scientists, now they are gone so far within atomic and subatomic and even, say, quantum. Now they're not finding things. Now gradually it is becoming a philosophy. It started with gross thing. And gradually they entered into it so much that even they're not finding material. It's only wave. And when someone observes, then only it becomes something visible. Means perceptible. Visible, not perceptible. So when there are observer, then only it is observable. But if there is no observer, they do not know what it is. So one is Maya, one is Prakriti. Maya is the Prakriti and the material cause of the universe. And the Lord of Maya is the great Ishvara who pervades the whole universe. Now for you, let us leave alone Ishvara, God. You, whatever world that you live in, say your dream, who creates your dream? Do I go to create your dream? No. You create your dream. Similarly, who creates your world? It is you who create your world. But we see, like, you may argue, okay, I admit. Because that way we are saying, no, there is a God who is creating this, and because of that we are all. Just imagine. You won't find any God outside. That God is within you. That God is creating. What we call Atman, what we call Paramatman, or Supreme Self. This is also very hard nuts or hard to swallow. But we have to swallow this. Bitter pill to swallow. So Lord of Maya. You know how this is being created? It is like, nowadays we can say simulators or that, virtual reality, that EA. And you'll feel that, yeah, it is there. And gradually they are adding more dimensions. First visual, then audio visual. Now even, in some places, in between, they'll move like this way or that way. Movement is also there. And sometimes, water sprinkle. So 5-dimensional. In some place it is there. So what is being said? You are the owner of this. Okay, let us not go that far. So we are Jiva. Because we have all this load on us. We are Jiva. And someone who is possessing this, who is Mayam tu Prakritim Vidya, Mainam tu Maheshwara. He is God. Asya Avayava Bhutestu Vyaptam Sarvamidam Jagat. He has created this. Okay, no problem. And you see, various perspectives will take up. And gradually, we'll try to see what is behind this. Okay. So, Maya is the great Ishvara. No, the Lord of Maya is the great Ishvara who pervades the whole universe, consisting of sentient and insentient objects which are like parts of the Ishvara. Okay. Now let us go forward. The correct definition of Ishvara is available from the Shruti text. And here, what he says, Mayam tu Prakritim Vidyan, Mainam tu Maheshwaram. So Maheshwaram means great Lord. In India, Maheshwar means Lord Shiva. But he also all the time meditating. So this is, like Maheshwara, we have given anthropomorphic shape of God so that we understand. Otherwise, everything is logical, very difficult to hold. So we worship and we get also. That's why Swami Vivekananda came. He is, Shiva. So we have very advantage for that. I mean, similar. The correct definition of Ishvara is available from Shruti text. Then there will be no clash with even the worshippers of trees and so forth as Ishvara. Now God says Maya and Mai, the possessor of Maya, who has created this. So because he has become all. Ekoham bahusyama prajaye. I am alone, let me be many. And he created many. So he created, again, when we say he is not there here. तथा सत्य विरोध स्यात् स्थावरान okay. That this is because what is he saying, that we are to take definition from Shruti. Then there will be no dispute. Now comes Maya cha yam tamorupa tapaniye tadiranath. So I'll go to the translations. That will be not burdensome for you. So Tapani Upanishad, there is a Upanishad, it is called. So there it is said, Maya cha tamarupa anubhute agyan. So we experience Maya. That is why we see so many. And we also feel that I am the body. So how it is happening? Because it is darkness or ignorance. We experience this ignorance. We don't deny it. So the Tapani Upanishad declares Maya to be tamas or darkness. The empirical experience of all evidence for the existence of Maya, says the Shruti. So this is because it has evidence. And this experience also an evidence. So this is what we can understand. Now we go forward. Jadam mohatmakam tachityanubhavayati Shruti. So jada means whatever is gross, material. That is mohatmakam. The Shruti points to the universal experience of the insentient and illusory nature of Maya. So that is why we are influenced by it, and we think that we are bodies. And this world is gross. We think that way. We'll come to the point. Let us go forward. The Shruti points to the universal experience of the insentient and illusory nature of Maya. Insentient means which has no life. And illusory, that means it confuses, it deflects us. It shows something which it is not, as displayed by persons of undeveloped intellect. Those who are not trained, they say this. Even children, when they get up after seeing a dream, they're afraid. Ah. But a grown-up man knows it is a dream. He's not afraid of it. So, a trained mind can discard the ill effect of it. But untrained mind thinks that it is real. So, nature of Maya, as displayed by persons of undeveloped intellect, such as children and dullards. Now, next, the nature of the post and
I think it's a typo, so it should be the word pot, I think.
yeah, pot, sorry, yes. I also corrected. Yeah. The nature of the pot and other inert objects exhibits insentiency. So what is say jada? What is inert? So like ghata, pata, matha, like all the objects of the world, which is the characteristic of Maya. People say that the intellect feels shy to fathom the depths of Maya. So Maya is moha also, confusion. So tadetat jadam mohatmakam anantam tuchhamidam rupasya. So all this, because we see gross, and it is because of Maya, so we can conclude that Maya is tamorupa. That is what it is said. Maya cha yam tamorupa. Yam means whatever we see. So it is tamorupa. It is gross. It is inert. Okay, we go forward. And intellect feels shy to fathom. If intellect tries to understand, then it disappears. Because intellect has got, say, light. So with its light, jada disappears. If you try to find, say like you are driving, you saw water at distance, and you go closer, then you don't find that water. So intellect next time say, okay, that's okay. I know it is not water, but it looks like water. And suppose you dreamt a nightmare. You don't worry about it. You don't put your intellect, why I saw this? What is the effect of it? How I can come out of it? No. Your intellect is shy about it because you know that is futile. You don't engage your intellect for that, to explore that. Now comes very important shloka. Nasadit, nasadasit, nasadasit. Have I jumped? Okay, 28. Yeah. So, na asat asit. Asat never existed. Na asat asit, na cha sat asit. Asat was not there. Why? Because that does not exist. You see, somebody tells a lie. Does it exist? No. You see water on a road, but it's a mirage. Is water there? No, because it does not exist. So, na asat asit. No cha sat asit. Because we experience. When we experience, we cannot totally say it does not exist. So, when you experience something, say you are sitting here in front of me, how can I say, no, you don't exist? So, when we experience, we cannot deny. But in reality, it is not there. Na sat asit, na asat asit, no cha sat asit. Why? There is sat and asat. This difference is there. So this is called vyavadhanat. In a badhanat. Badhanat means it ends. That is why we can say that it does not exist. We experience, yes, we experience. When we experience, we say something is there. But as we bring a light, we see, oh, there is no snake. So because when knowledge dawns onto you, then you see it is not there. Okay, I'll give example. When, like in that virtual reality, all of a sudden battery dies. You see before that, oh, wonderful, wonderful, say, uh, under water, in the oceanic view. Oh, wonderful, very good. All of a sudden the battery died. Where is that? Nowhere. Because there is badh. Badh means there is obstruction. Then we cannot say it exists. So see, both the things are there, Sat and Asat. Why we say Sat? Sadasadbhyam anirvachaniyam bhava rupam yat kinchit. This is the definition. This is neither Sat nor Asat nor mixture of these two. Sadasadbhyam anirvachaniyam. Anirvachaniyam means which cannot be explained. But bhavarupam yat kinchit, that means something is there. That means, say, person who is showing the magic, he has magical power. This Maya has got that magical power. Though it does not exist, but it shows that it exists. So, na vibhatattvat. Vibhatattvat means it vibhati, it shines. We experience it. Na asat asit, no cha sat asit badanat. So both and after this he'll conclude very nicely. Vidya drishtam tuchham shrutam tasya nitya nibrittitaha. So when you put your knowledge, then it disappears. When you want to know, concentrate on it, then it disappears. But if you are casual, then you experience. Now comes the conclusion. Now let me read the meaning again. Since the effect of Maya are undeniably manifest, effect of Maya undeniably manifest, its existence cannot be denied. Being stultified by knowledge, it cannot really be said to exist. Akshay? Is it understandable? So you are sitting in front of me, but you are not sitting in front of me. Is it understandable? You are thinking I am sitting in front of you, but I am not sitting there. I am 12,000 kilometers away from you. So this is the Maya. What is this? Since the effects of Maya are undeniably manifest, its existence cannot be denied. Being stultified by knowledge, it cannot really be said to exist. From the points of view of absolute knowledge of the Atman, it is always inoperative and hence negligible. Negligible. Now comes the conclusion. तुच्छा निर्वचनीया च वास्तवी चेत्यस्यौ त्रिधा ज्ञा माया त्रिभिर त्रिभिर्बोधैः श्रौतो यौक्तिक लौकिकैः. So Shruti, Yukti means logic, and Laukika means ordinarily. Maya is looked upon in three ways: from the point of view of knowledge, and Shruti, it is negligible. So one is knowledge, one is Shruti, and one is Laukika. Laukika means our ordinary experience. That's why I'm asking, Akshay, is it understandable? So this is Laukika. Then you are there, I am there. But from logical standpoint, neither you are there, nor I am there. I am means this body-mind complex. But from Shruti aspect, from the scriptural aspect, it's only negligible. You know, like when you get up from your dream, or you say, oh, it is negligible, nothing. Like that. So from that perspective, from ultimate perspective, though we see, but it's negligible. But our day-to-day practical level, this is real. And there is no harm thinking God is there, God is in front of me, and He is accepting my worship. No harm. But with this, you have to think that God is within you. You have to offer that. You know, Sri Ramakrishna, very nice. Sri Ramakrishna sometimes would worship Mother Kali in front of him and offer various things. Sometimes he would feed Mother and taking food to her mouth. And sometimes that food would go to him. And people would see that Sri Ramakrishna is eating. But what was happening? Sri Ramakrishna was offering that food to Mother that is within himself. So, from ultimate standpoint, this is all, whatever we are talking about, all it is negligible. This world experience is negligible. But never to do, say, like you are studying. When you go to college, you don't say it is negligible. You have to study hard. Huh? You have to study hard. You have to compete in various competitions so that you get whatever you want to. You want to achieve something. So this is, but you know, this knowledge also will help you. Then the life will be fulfilling. So it is not futile from that standpoint. Maya is looked upon in three ways. From the point of view of knowledge and Shruti, it is negligible. For empirical reason, it is indefinable from empirical knowledge. And for the ordinary people, it is real. So from when we are ordinary, we think, yes, this world is there and fight is also there. The politics and then economy, everything. But ultimately we have to know that this is all false. Seeming. It's only on the surface. Okay. So we go forward. Asya sattam asattam cha jagatah dashayatyasha dashayatyashu. असौ असौ अस्य जगतः सत्यम असत्यम च दर्शयति प्रसारणात् संकोचात् च तथा चित्रपट. Now comes, that's why चित्रपट. In the beginning I said we are to see something which is not visible, seeing a picture. Sorry. Maya exhibits the appearance and disappearance in waking or sleeping state. Waking and sleeping state. So, as of now, we are in waking state. And our sleep state, dream state has gone. And this also will go when we go to dream state. So this appearance and disappearance. That means what? It has no ultimate reality. But the dreamer and the waker, it is the same. Maya exhibits the appearance and disappearance in waking and sleeping state of the world, just as by rolling and unrolling a picture on a canvas, it is exhibited or withdrawn. That time there was no virtual reality, but we have that. So he had to take this example. But for us, suppose you are seeing something, all of a sudden there is no power or some malfunction. So it disappeared. Then you understand, oh, it is not there at all. Though you are seeing it. When you are seeing it, you cannot deny. But you understand by its absence that it does not exist. It's only appearance. So this world, so beautiful, beautiful. And we have, Mount Hood and Columbia River. And so beautiful sceneries here. But it's all its appearance. It disappears. When I go to sleep, it disappears. Disappear means it is my creation. I project the next morning. Means I am not this I, my real self. It projects and absorbs. Projects and absorbs. So my real self is real. This is the logic. We are to see in the mirror, but we have to shave here. Asya sattam asattam cha jagatah dashatyasau prasarana cha sankuchat yatha chitrapatas. As in the chitrapata. So that time it was like closing and opening. But now we can give a better example. Okay, we go forward. Aswatantra hi maya. So it has no independent existence. See, all that what we see every day, it disappears. That means it has no independent existence. Maya chitim bina apratite. So without awareness, without consciousness, we don't see this. A person was, say, crying because he had some pain. After that, he became unconscious or he died. Now, same stomach is there, but he's not crying. So it is the awareness, it's the consciousness on which Maya works. It means it has no independent existence. So, Maya chitim bina apratitehe. Then we don't experience. Without awareness, without consciousness, even this world, 3 scientists got Nobel Prize. Why? They proved that this world does not exist. And they got Nobel Prize. This is a madhouse. Okay. असतंत्रता अस्वतंत्रा ही स्यात् तथा एव असंगस्य अन्यथा कृतेः स्वतंत्र अपि स्यात्. Okay, I'll translate. Maya is dependent for, in the absence of the cognizing faculty, the effects of Maya cannot be experienced. Again, in one sense, it is independent too. Why? Because, we are self, but it shows us, it takes us through various sufferings and this and that. And what we are not, we all the time, oh my God, we suffer so much. So Maya has great power also. If say, I am the self, if I remain that, nothing can affect me. That means there is no other thing. But because it affects me and puts us through much difficult situations. I can give you an example. Nowadays, here, people are being deported. So, that they want to be here, but now they are taken. So what is happening? Some power is working. So this effect of that power we can see. Therefore, we cannot deny it. Okay. Translation again, 132. Maya is dependent for, in the absence of the cognizing faculty, the effects of Maya cannot be experienced. Again, in one sense, it is independent too, for it can make the non-attached Atman appear to be attached. So this is the power. Maya is not something which is illusory. It has power. It is concrete. It is concrete power. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagada vyaktamurtina. Now that controlling my own Maya, I create myself. Controlling my own Maya, I create myself. So, though it has no independent existence, but from other point, yes, it has great power. Because you are self, like king, but it makes you like a beggar. Okay, we go to the next. Okay. No, time is up. Okay, this one, and we close. Kutastha asanga atmanam jagatvena karoti sa. So Maya transforms the immutable Kutastha, the ever associationless Atman, phenomenally into the form of the universe. See, we are unattached, unmanifested, but Maya makes us like this. It is like, say, we were sleeping, right? And then all of a sudden we start dreaming. That means we divided ourselves. So Maya transforms the immutable Kutastha. Kutastha means never changing. Nihai like the anvil of a blacksmith, which never changes. The blacksmith shapes various articles and beating on it, but anvil never changes. Similarly, Kutastha is never changing. So Maya makes Kutastha, say Kutastha is like king. So Maya makes Kutastha as a beggar. Such a powerful. As of now, we are like beggar. But in reality, we are Kutastha. So Maya transforms the immutable Kutastha, the ever associationless Atman, phenomenally into the form of the universe. Casting the reflection of Atman on itself, Maya creates Jiva and Ishvara. So this is power of Maya. Okay, we'll stop here. So Akshay,
Yes, like, but
eh?
how Maya can create Ishvara?
Because we have concept of Ishvara. You have concept of yourself and also concept of your creator and this whole world and this the system. So that's why Sri Krishna, we worship Sri Krishna. He's our God. Or somebody worships Christ. That means our highest concept, our highest concept of that evolved being, who is the cause of this creation. So that's God. So all these ideas comes because of Maya. Say, when you are dreaming, you are says one day you are dreaming that you are in a college and there is principal and he gave you some task. So naturally you are busy to do that. So all these were created in your dream. So in this Maya, we have God, we have Jiva, we have everything. So when we have these, it is better, like Hanumanji. Hanumanji is very nice. Rama asked, how do you assess me or what do you think about me? So he said, Jiva Buddhya Dasoham. I'm your servant when I feel that I'm a Jiva. No, Deha Buddhya Dasoham, sorry. Deha Buddhya Dasoham. When I have body consciousness, I am your servant. And Jiva Buddhya Tadam Shakam. When I think myself as I am a Jiva, a sentient being, then I am part of you. You are full, I am part of you. And Atma Buddhya Tamevaham. And when I have awareness that I am the self, then I am you, you are me. So this is, like when we have body consciousness, then we understand that, and this world, then someone has created. There is no harm worshipping God in form, with qualities. No harm. Rather, it helps. See, in the morning I worship. It's a great worship is great. So many wonderful ideas can be cultivated. And all the time, one cannot think that I am the self. So it is better to have the opportunity to serve in all the way. Sometimes as body, yes, I have this body, mind, complex, yes. Let me offer this to the divine. And when I have this sense that I am a jiva, then I should offer my part. But the time will come when I feel that I am the self. All this is like a picture. In front of me, it is moving, it is animating, but actually I am the self. So, it is like this. Some people like only one thing, say chole bhature. Eh? But some wants to enjoy all kinds of curries. So it is better to have various tastes, to enjoy all kinds of things. Sometimes like a dualist, sometimes monist, and sometimes Vishishtadvaitavadi also. There is no harm. And Sri Ramakrishna, if you see Sri Ramakrishna, he enjoyed like that. And when, sometimes he'll sing, dance, mother, 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 Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma. And after that, after a certain time, he'll get uh, absorbed in samadhi. No harm. So this is our order is this. Dvaita, Vishishtadvaita, and Advaita. All are same thing. Various aspects of the same thing. Let there be Maya. What is the harm? Only we should not be confused. That is the trick. If we are confused and we are entangled, then we are in trouble. But when we are at the feet of God, again, God is not outside there, here. Okay, when we are at the feet of God, then we are saved. Okay.
Like,
Yeah, go ahead.
Balloon.
like for Jnani, the Maya does not exist.
And that's for him also, but he knows that it's futile. That's a tuchha. Tuchha means not valued. Okay, you are grown-up man, grown-up person, you would see dream. What is the harm? Rather, sometimes it's good. So they also enjoy. As Sri Ramakrishna said, uh, two poets, in Bengal, that's they uh, create poetry extempore. So one poet said, this world is a dhokar tati. Dhokar tati means it's a farce. But other poet said, but this is a majar kuti. Majar kuti means it's a great fun where I eat, drink, and majaluti. Majaluti means I get lots of joy. So this way, the Jivan Mukta or the great soul, they don't mind it. They enjoy variously. As I said, somebody likes only one dish. But Sri Ramakrishna liked in all kinds of ways. He liked all dishes. So when you are considering something like this, scripture, then you have to go through properly, seriously. But after that, you should be open enough to welcome all possibilities. Right? So there is no harm worshipping God as dualist or non-dualist or whatever, thousands ways. In Sri Ramakrishna's life, we can see. That is why we are unmatched, we are so much power, I cannot tell you. Great understanding. This is the thing.
Swami.
Yes.
So in that example, on the one hand, there's the two poets. I think one Swami Nikhilananda translated it as one is calling it a framework of illusion, the other one called it a mansion of mirth.
Yes.
On the other hand, we read in the Upanishad that the higher bird does not enjoy the berries at all. He doesn't consider it a mansion of mirth. He just gets above it and just sits there.
Okay.
So how is one to understand?
Ultimately, what the lower bird felt, that there was only one bird. So he enjoyed, and again, when he went to that state, then he found that actually there were only one bird.
But that one bird doesn't see it as a mansion of mirth. The one bird he just ignores it.
No. Within you also, within you, he also ignores. But outside you listen to various people, their difficulties, you give solution. And when you give solution, their inner bird is abhichakashiti. It only stares. When you are giving solution to your patients, at the same time, the inner bird is silent and just observes. So it's not contradictory. It is possible. Yeah.
Swami, though, I have somebody who is seeing another therapist as well, and was saying that other therapist is saying, well, essentially, just only eat the ripe berries, just avoid the berries that aren't bitter. They don't really.
No. This what example I gave, it is applicable for him also. The person who is instructing, while instructing, the inner being is not involved at all. I am talking to you. One person is talking, but within ourselves, even you are listening, but within you, there is someone who is not affected by anything, is independent. That's what I'm saying. So both the things are happening simultaneously and sometimes totally absorbed, like Sri Ramakrishna. After singing the glories of Mother, then he's totally absorbed. Then everything is silent. Again, he would come out. So it is not contradictory. Rather, that fulfills that, the life, we can say, the dreaming. There is no harm. See, after realizing this, then you'll find there is no harm. Only thing, don't get entangled. Then you are in trouble. Okay.
Maharaj, this whole world, all the time the Upanishad saying this whole world is Maya, mirage, it doesn't exist. But then Thakur comes to rescue us from this Maya. But he is coming where, Maharaj?
See, you should have some doctor also. Right? Not everybody, no, what has happened to you? What has happened? But a doctor should come and operate on you. So Shruti does the same thing. It gives you panacea, bitter pills. All the time, if you are enjoying this, this worldly enjoyment, then you cannot grow. That's why we need such teachers also. So God has provided everything. Again, I am saying God. God is
Yeah, why who is God?
This is the
Why
problem.
is it coming?
No, God means who is the creator? And who is the creator? The Atman and Paramatman, same. So anyway, doctors are also required who can operate on our ailing, say, limbs, ailing health, or so it should be able to treat. So Upanishad does the same thing. Otherwise, think about it. No light, darkness everywhere. Even now, many people are not interested in Upanishads. But we have this light, great light. We can see what cannot be seen. So we have great power. Okay, we'll stop here.
Pranam Maharaj.
Jai Ma, Jai Ma. Om.
Pranam.
Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tatsat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Thank you very much.
Jai Maharaj.
Pranam.
Jai Ma, Jai Ma.
Jai Ma.
Jai Ma.
Jai Ma.